We're going to pretend that this is a possum mom. This is going to be a pretend mom. And the possums, she's getting ready to go look for food. So the possum's got to hang on. Hang on, it's your mom. And this possum's going to hang on. And this possum's going to hang on. They're real, and she has many babies. Come on, it's time to go. We gotta go, we gotta go. Come on, hang on, hang on. So how many do you think there's here? Come on, let go, let go. Okay. You gotta hang on, you get left behind. There you go. Okay, now, when she's going out looking for food, they hang on like this when they don't fit in the pouch anymore, and she's running, and a dog will come and she'll run real fast. If they don't hang on, see, he's going to hang on with his teeth. Here, we'll turn it around. And they hang on very tight. They hang on with their hands and their legs and their tails and their little teeth. If they don't hang on and they fall off, she won't go back and get them. So they'll get left behind. So aren't you glad that your folks aren't possum mamas and papas? But they'll just, see how they hang on? But they hang on very tight. Now, I don't know if you can see his feet. See his feet back there? They look like little hands?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no nail. There's no fingernail or toenail on there.
When they grow up, they'll have pouches.
The little girls will have pouches. Now, think about if you're taking a bath and you had to wash your ears with your big toe. Wouldn't that be kind of silly? That's how they... Hey, you have to go back with the rest. Go down there. They don't know how to turn around. Come on. You guys have to move. So these are possums, and they're about 3 months old. So they're not very big. Now she could have maybe 12. That would be a lot, huh? And once they get bigger and they're on the outside, it's very heavy for her. They're gonna sleep like this until supper time. Okay, kids, back in the pouch. They live only 2 years in the wild. So if you have a possum in your yard, in 3 years, you're not going to see the same possum. And one of the things that hurts them is when when gardeners put the snail stuff out, they're going to get rid of the snails. If you had a possum, the possum would eat the snails. You wouldn't have to put poison out. When some of your neighbors wash their cars and the antifreeze gets into the street where the water goes, sometimes the possums or the birds or whatever will drink that, and that makes them sick and they die. Or somebody's dog will get them, or they get hit by cars. So they don't live very long, but they're very good for the environment. They eat all those bad things, all the stuff in your garden. You could have a nice, beautiful garden, and the possum would just go in between and get all the bugs out, because they don't care about the flowers and they don't care about the vegetables. You're going to learn 2 big words today. How many know what a marsupial is? And you can't answer. How many know what a marsupial is? Do you know what a marsupial is? How about you? Yeah, you know what a marsupial is? Okay. A marsupial, okay, what's a kangaroo? What do you think a kangaroo is?
It's something that bounces.
What else does a kangaroo do?
It takes care of its
You're getting there. Where?
care of its baby.
Where?
In
a pouch. There you go. Okay. A marsupial is anything with a pouch. Any animal with a pouch. So, you guys could all be marsupials if you have pockets. You could be a marsupial. A kangaroo is a marsupial.
I have a puppy.
A koala bear is a marsupial. And possums are marsupials. And I'm sure there are more. Wallabies.
I have.
What do you know about possums? Does anybody know anything about possums? You know something about a possum? There you go. That's the other big word. He got the other big word. Marsupial and nocturnal. Now, possums sleep. Okay, think about when you guys get up in the morning and you have breakfast and you go to school, the possum is still sleeping. And you come home from school and you do your homework and you have supper.
I don't do preschool.
Okay, well, wherever you go.
I'm gonna start kindergarten in September.
Good. It'll be fun. But the possums are still sleeping. Now, let's see if you'd like to have lunch with the possums. Would you like to know what they eat? They eat slugs, snails, and cockroaches, and black widow spiders. Doesn't sound good, huh? They like fruit, though. They'll eat fruit. They'll eat overripened fruit that falls off the tree. They'll never eat the fruit that's in the tree. They always eat what falls on the ground. They'll eat cat food and dog food, and if you leave your sandwich out, they'll eat the sandwich. They'll eat anything that's right there. If they can get it, they'll eat it. But you'll never see them in the daytime unless there's something wrong. I want you to look at your pinky fingernail. Look at your little fingernails. That's how big the possum is when it's born. That's pretty tiny, huh?
This is how big mine
Yeah, that's about how big they are when they're born. And they go up into the pouch and they stay there for 3 months and nobody ever knows. And then they get a little bit bigger and they don't fit in the pouch. So then they grow up, we try to put them back where they came from. And a lot of people, well, these came from Long Beach. Their mom got hit by a car. And a lady was jogging, she was out walking in the morning, and she saw the possum get hit. So she went to take the possum out of the road so somebody wouldn't run over it again. And when she moved the possum, she saw the babies, because some of the babies were on the outside. So she picked up all the babies and brought them to a vet, and the vet called me, and here they are. But when I first got them, they were only that big, and they didn't have any eyes. Their eyes weren't even open yet. So they're doing quite well. With no, ooh, we're hanging on. Okay, the pouch,
I can't see it.
I'm going to come over and show you. The pouch, you can see where the fur is different. See right there.
Okay.
That's where the pouch will be.
Oh, that I could.
And that's like a little pocket. Ooh, yeah, and you can, when she gets bigger, and you could feel in that pouch, you could put a hand in each side.
I suggest that we thank Karen, and a good way to do that is to clap. Give the clap. And she'll
These possums made the headlines in a South Bay newspaper recently. When a car was taken in for servicing, the mechanic found the problem. A pair of possums were nesting in the engine and had chewed through an oxygen sensor, costing the owner $250. The little guys were released back into the environment unharmed.
This is called Don't Laugh, Joe. One of my favorite books. Joe was a little possum, but he had a problem. He didn't understand how to play dead. How to play possum. So his mother decided it was time to teach him. Okay, Joe, you have to learn how to play dead. Why? Said Joe. Because that's how we escape our enemies. It's a very important skill. When you learn this trick, I will make you your favorite dessert. Bug pie. So they started to practice. No giggling, Joe. No problem, Mom. Joe played dead. And his mother sniffed his fur like a hungry fox. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Joe laughed so hard he fell off the bed. Joe, don't laugh. Can I have my pie now? No, Joe, you laughed. So Joe tried practicing playing dead again. This time, his mother poked him like a mean, nasty coyote. Poke, poke, poke. Well, Joe laughed. Sure, I can poke you. Poke, poke, poke.
Poke me for real.
Next page. Joe laughed so hard he screamed for her to stop. Now can I have my pie? No, Joe, you have to learn to play dead. So they kept practicing. This time, his mother shook him like an angry wildcat.
Can you do me?
Only if you're up here.
Shake me. Shake me.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Joe laughed so hard, he fell off and fell on the floor. Now can I have my pie? Said Joe. No, Joe, you're not getting it. Dead possums don't wiggle. Okay, Joe's mother was starting to get worried because Joe was not learning how to play dead. But all of his friends were watching, and they were enjoying it a lot. All these friends in the windows were laughing. But Joe, said his mother, what are you going to do when there's real danger? Well, Joe didn't know. So one day his mother took him out in the woods to practice. This time, she said, I'm going to be a grumpy old bear. What do you see in this picture?
A bear.
A real bear. When I growl at you, you have to play dead. Get it? Sure, Mom, nothing to it. But just as Mother Possum was about to growl, a real grumpy old bear came out of the woods. He let out the fiercest growl Joe had ever heard. And Joe and his mother, see if I got this right. Joe and his mother immediately fell to the ground, playing dead. The grumpy old bear sniffed Joe's fur. Sniff, sniff, sniff. The grumpy old bear poked Joe's tummy. Poke, poke, poke. Finally, the grumpy old bear shook Joe up and down.
Can you do me?
But Joe didn't laugh. Not this time. Joe didn't laugh. Next time. He didn't wiggle. For the first time, he played dead correctly. Mother Possum was very proud of him. But the grumpy old bear didn't go away. He sat there and he sat there until finally he started to cry. He started to cry. This is terrible, he moaned. I'm always so grumpy. I thought that if anyone could make me laugh, Joe the Possum could make me laugh. But here I find him, and he's dead. Drops dead right before my eyes. Oh, this is awful.
Yeah, they are.
The bear is very upset.
I fed them before I left. Her hair was so cute.
When he heard the bear's story, Joe was really quite relieved. He even began to feel sorry for the bear. Hey, Mr. Bear, he said, I'm not dead. I was just playing possum. The bear was so surprised he almost jumped out of his fur. Playing dead, he said. Boy, you're good at that. But please, Joe, teach me how to laugh. Would you want to try to teach a bear how to laugh?
Yeah.
I don't know how you would do that. How is Joe going to do that? Well, said Joe, that's easy. Lots of things are funny, Mr. Bear. What happened just now is funny. And Joe started to giggle.